No Pulp Webisode time. Yes, you're welcome with Johnny Gadamowitz. I'm Calvin Christoforo, and Johnny, it's getting to that point. College football season starting to heat up, and boy, were things hot at Tiger Stadium in Death Valley over the weekend. 32-31 overtime. LSU takes down big bad Alabama in the Nick Saban Bowl. Johnny, the Tigers lost their first game of the season, but now sit at 7-2, ranked top 10 in the nation. Who's to give credit to for this big turnaround?
Game of the week, bar none, Calvin. I think it's got to be the head coach, right? How could it not be Brian Kelly? He said that in order to take down Alabama, the key was going to be fundamentals and execution, and they took care of both of those things. You think about what LSU has done over these past few weeks. Wins over Florida, Ole Miss, and now Alabama. 3 in a row. That doesn't happen without some tremendous head coaching. Let's give Brian Kelly credit where credit is due.
The answer for me is kind of similar. Time, because time heals all, and Brian Kelly needed more time with Jalen Daniels. Brian Kelly needed more time with his football team to implement his system. He got that time. Over time, they developed just like he thought they would, and that's why they're 7-2, a top 10 team in the nation. But on the other side of the ball, Alabama now has 2 losses. They're also 7-2. Is this the worst Alabama team in, I don't know, a decade?
I'm not willing to go that far. I mean, look, you look at the duo of Bryce Young and Jahmyr Gibbs. It's tough to get nitpicky with a squad like that. But what I am willing to say, Calvin, is that Alabama, the SEC doesn't run through you anymore. You think about, we've seen Florida, we've seen LSU, we've seen Auburn show flashes. Every time that happened, Alabama responded and said, no, this is my conference. Georgia has officially supplanted the Tide as number 1 in the SEC.
That's a bold take. Is this the worst team in a decade? Come on now. They have the Heisman Trophy winner as their quarterback, and they have one of the top running backs in the nation. But I agree with you. It's Georgia's SEC now. That's all the time we have on this edition of a No Pulp Webisode with Johnny Gadamowitz. I'm Calvin Christoforo. Catch the full show on YouTube.